Well, first I was asked, can you make this? Yeah, I can make it, but well, then it was how to make it, because there was no kit for making Darth Vader, not since the 80s. And I had to, piece out the different parts. There was the shirt and the pants, there's a second inner robe, there's the outer cloak, and then I needed to find the pattern kits in order to make that happen. Well, how do you do that? So in the kit, you have the individual pieces that make the different sections of the fabric. For instance, this piece here is 1/2 of a shirt front. So you fold the fabric in half, put this over top of it, and you cut it to the proper size. There are pieces for the sleeves, pieces for the fronts of the pants, for the back of the pants, if you want pockets, that sort of thing. So with the different kits, I was able to make the top and the bottom and the inner robe and the cloak. So for Darth Vader, I used men's pajamas, Joseph for the inner robe, and then I used a Lord of the Rings style dwarf cloak for the epic outer cloak for Darth Vader. But making them pop and look authentic was a little bit tricky because you can't just buy quilted fabric. So I had to go ahead and make the quilting lines individually, sew those down, and then that's when I cut the pieces after all those lines were sewn. Then at that point, it's just assembly. And I added stirrups to help keep the pants inside the boots. This is also a stretch pleather in 4-way, so it's very comfortable to wear. It's very light and pretty breathable for what should be a heavy fabric. I tried to make it as lightweight as possible, given that the whole thing is black. All right, so making the cloak, it was really difficult because it has to be 2 layers. So again, we wanted to make it light. It's the summer in Augusta, but we also wanted to stay inside budget. So I chose linen for the outside, and then I just chose a real basic satin to line it on the inside. But it has really great flow, and it looks really great with the wind billowing it out. But again, this was from another kit that I borrowed from to make the cloak.
So these are the plastic and foam pieces for the Darth Vader costume. We have like the chest armor and the shoulder guards. That's all made out of mats that you get from various places, Harbor Freight or the big box stores. And then it has some smaller craft foam that went on it for the raised pieces, which is pretty straightforward for any kind of foam smithing. And then we have like the cod piece, which is made out of the same kind of foam and just cut out. It's covered with a 4-way stretch vinyl, and it just has a belt, just a standard belt that was hot glued on to go around your waist and cinch that to you. For the rest of the pieces, we had 3D printed parts, and we had a friend that went and printed those, and then they were just sanded and painted, and that's the 2 belt pieces, the belt buckle, and then the chest plate. And all of these were individually made, printed, and then glued on and painted up. This lightsaber holder was made out of thermoplastic and just molded and painted, and then just 2 rivets. Wasn't that big of a deal. These leg bracers were also made out of the craft foam and little bits of belt. I think this was like a dog harness or something like that was cut up and used just to scavenge from. But it's just basically taking the shape and putting various bits of foam to make it look like it. The gloves were bought gloves. These were Darth Vader gloves that you can get at like in your Halloween stores. This lightsaber, I don't think you really see it a lot in there, but it was just made out of plumbing parts and PVC and windshield wipers. You can get those at your hardware stores. And then the Darth Vader helmet that we used was from Ruby's. And the only mod we did on that was painting the inside of the lenses so that you couldn't see through them when light hit them. And those are all the parts.